let's listen to this video before we go ahead, all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Now let's talk about it. All right, just listen and pay attention. Let's see what he did. All right, good. You heard something like this. Then before, so the key they are using is key A. The chord they are using, you play on E major, E major, and B major. All right, E major, B major. That's the chord they are using. You are hearing something like this in that song. Then remember, I'm on key E. Okay, we are playing on key E. And then on this song, you should be able to know, if you don't know how to play your blues scale or pentatonic scale, both major pentatonic scale and minor pentatonic scale, if you don't know it, then this song will be a bit difficult for you because you have to learn it first. Know your major pentatonic scale on every shape. That's not the lesson for today. I have this lesson in my channel too, so you can just go through my channel on YouTube, go through it, you will see it. I have both major and minor pentatonic scale lessons there on all the shapes, all the 5 shapes, on the C shape, on the A shape, on the G shape, E shape, and D shape, caged system. All right, it's there, the major and minor pentatonic scale. All right, so now we go over to what? A shape. From C shape, the next one you meet is your A shape. Okay, so here on the A shape, he was playing this. Okay, on the 9th fret. Okay, and then this finger here is on the 7th fret. So when you play at number 5 string here at the 9th fret, you play this at the 7th fret. You come back as this one at the number 4 string, and then this one number 4 string 2 at the 9th fret. So you now hear what he was doing is just, all right. So but the one that is doing this that is for me is this one. All right, did you hear it? So that's it. So that note is do. Then here at this point, what he's doing is, all right. So re fa sol, re fa sol sol fa sol, right? Re fa sol sol fa re sol fa sol. So but this is what he was just Look at the 3 notes. Re, fa, sol, re, fa, sol, sol, fa, re, sol, so. Then you now hear. You pluck at fa, and then you use this hand to touch it at the saw here. All right. So after you play at re at number 5 string, you play at number 4 string at fa at your 7th fret. Remember this one at the 9th fret. This one at the 7th fret. All right. So you now hear. This one will now at the same string at number 4 at the 9th fret. That's where it will jam it. All right. All right. So the next thing you heard was. All right. So that one is you play your number 3 at the 9th fret. You remember that's your root note there, and then you push it up. All right. So this one is tor at your 7th fret. You also push tor up, pluck once, and push it up. So you now hear. This one will not do. It will only do. Okay. So then tor will do. All right. So you now hear. Did you get that? Now that is the root note do. Then tor. You go back to saw at your 9th fret, and then you touch T. If you listen very well, that's what you hear, right? That is it. All right. The next thing is where he did something like this. All right. So you heard that, but this is what he did. Did you hear that? So what he did is. Again. So what he did there is what I want to show you now. You know, this is re, but that re you heard something like this, and then this is fa. Right. He did it at your 7th fret, and then did this at the 10th fret. All right. And then play me. All right. What he did there was he played number 4 string at the 9th fret, and then draw from 6th fret to 7th fret at number 2 string, the B string. This one comes to number 10th fret, the pinky, at the same number 2 string, the B string, and then he also plucked that 2 at your 9th fret, and then touched it at your 7th fret, and touched this finger at the same number 2. But he used this hand to touch it. All right, he used this finger to touch it there, at your 9th fret, and do it like this. Okay, that's what he did. And then touch number 3 at your root note, and then you also heard sound like either to or. All right, so that is it. That's what he heard. That's what you see. So you now hear. So that's it. And then the next thing you heard was. Remember at this point now. Remember we are on key E, okay? So remember I talked about knowing your pentatonic scale. If you don't know your pentatonic scale, all these things I'm doing will be very difficult for you, honestly. All right, so this is fa, fa, sol, sol, fa, sol. And then this one here now, we are at the 10th fret to the 12th fret. Between 10th fret and the 12th fret, that is D. On your number 2 string, count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 11, 12. This one at the 12th fret. This one at the 10th fret. So that's where he did it. Between 10th fret and 12th fret, he did this. We're using your number 2 string. Okay. Oh. All right. Again, just pluck once, touch, and pluck again. All right. Your plucking is 2 times, but the sound like up to 4 times or so. All right. Again. So that's what you then hear. All right. The next thing you heard him do was again. That's the next thing he did. All right. So let me explain that now. This little finger is also on your root note E at the 17th fret. 17th fret. All right. And then this one is at your 15th fret. You know, this 15, 16, 17. So these are the 17th fret at number 2, the same number 2. That's your root note again on E. That's why I told you this song is played using key E. So you now hear this. And then this one at your G string, the G string number 3 string, at your 16th fret. So you now hear, when you play once, pull it up, play once, you come back and then play again and pull it to get to this point. So you now hear, you can do that. So what he did there was, do, you play do, you play at do at your 17th fret, pull it up, do this. You play do, your root note at E, pull it up, push it up, and then that is do 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 do. That is you play here at 17th fret, place this finger at your 15th fret. You now hear, and then come to number 3, the G string, at the 16th fret, and then come back to your number 2 string at the 16th fret too, and then that is your T, and then play and push it up small. So you now hear. All right. The next thing is where he did something like this. You know what he did was, you know, this is 17, 16, 15 fret, and then this is 14th fret. All right, so he placed his hand at the 16th fret here, 16th fret, and then at 14th fret he placed number 2 here, and then came back to 16th fret. Okay, 16, 14, 16. So all right, so this one at number 4 string, okay, and then this at number 3 string at 14th fret, number 3 string too at 15th, at 16th fret. All right, so 14th fret at number 4, 16th fret at number 4, 14th fret at number 3, 16th fret at number 3 too. So the notes he used there was, remember this is D formation. He came to D formation and he used is pentatonic scale, blues scale too. So that's very, very important. All right, so this is do, and this, remember, this is re. Okay, this is re at number 4. All right, so that's re. This is fa. This is fa. Fa sol. Re re fa sol sol. So when you do that, you come back to that number 4 at your 16th fret and do this. We are progressing, right? Okay, so after that, all right, after that, you also had, so almost I've explained this, almost what we did before. Your number 2, the root note at 17th fret, 17th, 16th fret, okay, and then number 3 at your 16th fret. So that's it. All right, the next thing you hear is this. You heard that, right? So what he did was to play at your root note at the 17th fret, pluck on it at number 2 string, your B string. Sorry. All right. So what he did was to pluck at that your root note do at the 17th fret at your B string, and then he also played number 1 string at the fa, the 5th note. All right, at the 4th note. Sorry. All right, at the fa, the 4th note. Then you now hear again. These two things were done with the use of number 2 string and number 1 string at the 17th fret, and then the next thing you hear is, all right, that note is sol note, the 5th note at number 1 string at the 19th fret. All right, then when you hear that, you come back to the 17th fret at number 2. You hear this. So that sound is not like this. No, it was just pluck and push up. When you pluck at number 2 string, push up and come back immediately to still tap at that number 2. Now here. All right. Just this is what I'm doing. All right. So you now hear. So what he did is this pluck, push up, and then pluck again was at number 2 string, your B string at the 17th fret. Then at the 15th fret, you hear this one. That is between your 17th fret at the 15th fret at the same string. This sound we heard was done with the help of number 2 string, and then you now hear this one again. Again, you did. Then you come to number 16th fret against 14th fret at number 3 string, your G string. Then you now hear this note here is so fa. That is 5th and 4th note at number 3 string between 16 and 14 fret. So the whole thing will look like this. All right. So now the next thing will be let me explain that. I've explained this. So this one now is do. That's your root note too here. You know there is a root note here and this is a root note there. So you pluck at that the root note, and then you push it up again. So that is This is your fifth note here. This is your fifth note at number what? At number 5 string. Remember, this is your 14th. This is the 14th fret, right? Root note at 14th fret. Remember, this is 17, 16, 15, 14. So we are doing this with the help of 14th fret and 12th frets. So the root note is do. You push it. Remember, here is to, but he didn't touch to. I think he just did touched T after he might have played this. All right, so that's it. Remember, this is so fa. That is a fifth note, fourth note. At that is between the 12th, 14th fret and 12th fret of the string of A. That is the number 5 string. All right. So the whole thing will be. Then this T is at the 13th fret. So you hear this. So the whole thing will now look like this. Sorry. All right. So the next thing was. You heard that, right? All right. So this was what he did. You know, between the 16th fret and the 14th fret, he went to the 15th fret. From 15th fret of number 4th string, he did this. Okay, now what he did was he placed this finger at the 15th fret to 16th fret of that same number 4 string. So you now hear this. So when he did this from 15 to 16, he now pluck the same 16th fret of that the same number string, 16 down to 14. All right. Remember, I started from 15 to 16. Then now play at that 16. Remove this finger and place this finger at the same string at the 14th fret. You now hear this. So you now hear this. Now, at the A string there, touch your finger at that your A string at the 17th fret. You now hear this. When you touch that A string at 17th, you go back to your 14th fret of that same D string, the number 4 string. You now hear this. And then you come to the 16th fret again. You now hear 16th fret of D string, your number 4 string. Okay. Okay. That was the first thing. Okay, so now when he has done that, then you place your finger at the 15th fret of G string. Remember, you'll be touching this at your 16th fret. That means you are touching steady at your number 4 string at the 16th fret, and then you touch this number 3 string, your G string, at the 15th fret, and then you still touch number 4 string at the 16th fret, and touch number 3 string, the G string, at the same 16th fret. So you now hear. That's so what he was touching there is you touch re. That's the second, the note 2, re. Remember, he touched re here. and then touched Fa. You remember he touched Re at the 16th fret, and then touched Fa. All right, Fa is in between Fa and So. In between what? Fa and So note. Remember, this is So and this is Fa. So in between Fa and So is Fa. So he touched Re, Fa, Re, So. So what he did was he touched Re, Fa, Re, So, Re, To. So that is what he did. Re, Fa, Re, So, Re, To. Okay. All right. So he now come back to the root note. Remember where he's doing this thing? He did it between 16th fret. Then here the G string, the Fa at the 15th fret. He come back to 16th fret of number 4 string, and also play the So at the same 16th fret, and then touch number 4 at the 16th fret, and then go to 15th fret of number 2 string, the B string, which is To, and then come back to the root note again. That is, you now hear. That sound is you pluck number 2 string and you push it up. When you put just once, you pluck it once. All right. Push it up, bring it down, and push it up again. You now hear. That is once like this. So the next thing you heard was. Right. So what he did there was, remember this root note. That is this. Remember when I did that? So remember the root note. What he did there was at the 17th fret. All right, he played. That is, played at the root note B string. All right, play and pull up, push up, and then play at number 1 at the same fret, at the same 17th fret, which is Fa. All right, and then you play Re at the 19th fret. All right. All right. You heard that bar? So what he did there was, after he played this at the 17th fret, B string and the little E string, then he came to this 19th fret at the same B string and did this. All right. You heard that? All right. So when he did this, he go back to the root note, which is Do at the 17th fret, and then come back to the G string at 19th fret, which is between the 17th and the 19th fret. 17th fret at the root note at the B string, and then this one is this should be To. All right, this is To. All right, that you now hear Do, Fa, Re, Re. That Re, you push it up. You know, we are talking about blues scale here. Without all these things, you are not doing anything in blues scale. All right. So this one, Do, To, Do, that is a root note 1 at B string at the 17th fret, and then the To, all right, which is To is always between La and Ti. Okay, yeah, La and Ti, you have your To. Okay, so you now, then when you do that, Do, To at number 3 at the 19th fret, then you come back to the 19th fret at the To, your G string, and also push it up again, and then you come back to the 16th fret on the same string, and then do it this way. So that is it. All right. The next thing you hear was this blues scale. I'll do it and do it gently so that you know what he did. All right. So let me quickly do the explanation. All right. All right, but at this point you saw what he was doing like this. All right, you saw what he did like that. I will explain everything now, okay? All right, so remember I told you we are playing this music, this song on key E. So now he did this. Again. Again, you hear this? Okay. All right, so what he did was add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At the 12th fret, the pentatonic scale, the blues scale he used there was this. That is using the B string, the 12th fret, between the 12th fret and the 10th fret. And then come to 11th fret at the G string, 11 against the 10th. Yeah, is that 11 against the 9th fret? This one is 12 against 10, and then this one is 11 against 9 at the G string, 11th fret, 9th fret at the same G string. So you now hear. All right, then at the 12th fret against the 9th fret at the D string, you now hear. This one is the B string, the number 2 string on. You play 12th fret at number 2 string against 10th fret at the same number 2 string. But this one you play at the G string, you play from at the 11th fret against the 9th fret. But at the D string, the number 4 string, you play the 12th fret against the 9th fret. All right. And then coming to the A string, which is the number 5 string, you play also at the 12th fret against the 9th fret. All right, so you now hear. That is the blues scale there. All right. I don't want to start teaching you the blues scale among all the strings, but I'm just telling you the blues scales he used at this particular point. All right, so you now hear this. Sorry. So when he did this, the 12th fret against the 9th fret at the A string, then he also touched the D string at the 9th fret. All right, I repeated this at the A string. So you now hear. All right. So that is what you I heard there, though. All right. So that is a. So this one he did like this. Is at the A string at what fret? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the 7th fret to the 5th fret. All right. You played at the A string at the 7th fret, then you take it to the 5th fret. So you now hear, and then at the 7th fret again you touch the E string So you now hear. So this is what he played. Again. All right. Then we continue. From that point, you now hear from this point, that means he played at the 7th fret. Is that the 7th fret at the E string, and then played the 5th fret at the A string, come to the 7th fret at the same A fret, at the 7th fret of the same A string, then sweep to the 9th fret. Then you now hear. I hope you are seeing my finger very well. You now hear. Then this your first finger comes down to the G string at the 7th fret. So at the 7th fret, you pluck that number 3 string, take it down to the 6th fret. You now hear this. This little finger touches the D string at the 7th fret, while this one is already at the 6th. You now still take it from there to the 5th, and then this finger touches the D string at the 6th, while this one is already at the 5th. Note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you now hear this from the from here, from the 7th, right? From the 7th, all right, you take it to 6, while this one touches it at 7, that touches the D string at 7. From the 6th, you take it to 5th, and then this touches the D string at 6. And then from here, you take the G string to the 4th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. While this touches, while this will now, that is, you now hear. So, all right. So when you take this from the 5th to the 4th, then it changes. This finger now will now touch the same D string, the D string in the same fret. The same finger that was holding the G string will touch this at the same 4th fret, and then this one will now touch the D string here at the 5th fret, and then go back to the 4th fret. All right, so you now hear. Again. Once more. Again, once more. Again. You heard that during his scales. All right. So then remember, we are talking about blues scale, and if you don't know your blues scale in all the formations, all these things should be very strange to you. If you don't know your blues scales in all the formations, in all the 5 different positions, you cannot do it. You won't even understand what he's doing. So you should know your blues scale, which is in the other way called pentatonic scale. We have 2 of it. We have the major and the minor blues scale. In other words, major and minor pentatonic scale. This lesson of the pentatonic scale is already in my channel, so you can go through it. All right. So let's continue. So after doing this, which I've explained, then your finger comes back to what? The 7th fret. This finger comes back to the 7th fret at your A string, while this finger at the 5th. All right, because you prefer, instead of calling the notes, I should show you where they are, because that the person that requested for this lesson said you show me the frets tell me the frets, tell me the string you are touching, and that is the exact thing I am doing. So please don't be embarrassed that I'm not calling out the notes or something. All right. So at the 7th fret, you play this note. At the 5th fret, you play this note. At number 5 string, I'm doing this with the 5 string, and then come back to your E string at the same 7th fret. So you now hear. Then come back to your D string at the 7th fret. All right, and then come back to the 5th. You now hear. Okay, that was what he did. All right. Then the next thing was this. All right, the next thing was this. This one was at the what fret? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you come back to your 9th fret and then play your G string. G string. Remember, this is Do and this is To. So the root note here. So you play it and then pull it to what? Which fret is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull it from this point at the, is that the 9th fret? Yeah, 9th fret to the 7th fret. Okay, so that's what he did. When you pull it like this, you now touch the D string at the same, is that the 9th fret or so? Yeah, the 9th fret. So you now hear this. Then before, he now started to play something like this. You know, he did something like this. Sorry. So that one I want to explain now. Oh my God. Remember this note here. This is So, all right? This note here is Fa. This note here is Fa. All right. So at your 7th fret, you play this, and then play your To, and play your Do. So you place your hand like this at the 7th fret. Place it like this at the 7th fret, and then start with number 4 string, the G string. You play the G string, you play the 4th string, you play the G string at the 9th fret. You play the G string, I play number 2 string, the B string at the 7th fret. You play the G string, and then play your B string again. All right, at what? At the 10th fret. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At the 10th fret. So from the 10th fret, you draw it to the 12th fret. Sorry, you push it. When you just tap with your playtron, tap at that number 2, you push it to the 12th fret. So you now have this again. Which he did like this. Okay, now let me explain that. So when you do that, you bring this finger down to this place. Okay, that is at your 10th fret. Then that sound you were hearing, but he was doing this. He was doing this. So that thing he was doing was just you play number 1 string, the E string, at what? The 10th fret. Am I correct? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the 10th fret. All right. Place your this finger, hold barring number 1 and 2 string, the E and the B string. Okay. Then hold it there at the 10th fret. Now bring this finger close, touch that number 1, take this your third finger to the B string. All right, so this finger is the one playing now, acting as the playtron now. Remember, when you use this finger touch 2, that is pluck and pull. Okay, again. Okay, so you now hear this. So, but if you like, if you can't do that, use your playtron. It will still give you the same thing. Then lastly, you heard something like this. All right. So after he was playing something like this, so what he just did was, when you place this finger here at the 12th fret of B string, pluck that string, push it up. When you push it up, that's all right. So you leave it to do to rest. All right, do this again. Okay, again. That was where they stopped and made some comments before he continued. All right, which I think I've shown you what they did. I've shown you, very simple, very easy. You can score it yourself. All right, subscribe, share, and show me love. Very, very important. Show me love so I can continue to give it to you wherever you are. Thank you so much. Much love.